Hey guys, Sergeant Mushroom here for you with another Out of the Park tutorial. Today we're going to be going over the manager options and what you could do with each of them. So in order to access your manager options, you're going to click on your manager tab at the top here, click on the manager's office button, and then go to manager options over here, or alternatively, you can go up and just click directly on manager options right here to get here. So at the top left, you're going to have your name, which you can, if you want to change it during your game, simply type in your name. You can change your birth date here if you so desire, your nationality here, your gender here. You can set a profile picture for yourself, which will appear in the top left here if you decide to do that. And if you want to set a password for your login, this is usually for online leagues. You can do it by selecting this button. I will note that some of these things are actually disabled by challenge mode. This is in with challenge mode off, so I have all the options available to me. But if you're seeing some things that are unavailable or unchangeable, it's because you're in challenge mode. If you want to use Twitter, you can enter your things down here by filling out this. If you want to hit the Do Not Disturb button, this essentially means that you can play through autoplay without being exited at all during your simulations. Go out as far as you want, no problem, and you will only be kicked out of your simulation if you exit manually. This is one of the options not available in challenge mode. Additionally, if you do not have this clicked, you can exit autoplay and decide when you want to. So when a player is injured is when a player gets hurt, when are you going to be exiting autoplay? So generally speaking, you could set it to whatever amount of time you want. So if you have it set to no injury limit, that means anytime a player suffers an injury of any kind, it's going to pull you out of autoplay. If they suffer at least 3-day injury, it's going to pull you out of autoplay. 5 days means they'll have to be hurt for at least 5 days, and so on and so forth throughout the whole thing. And this determines what injury severity it takes for you to drop out of autoplay. So if you want any kind of injury to be noteworthy enough to drop you out of autoplay, you'll put no limit. A small performance drop, which is going to be a relatively minor injury day to day, it's going to have you exit there. Moderate is going to be your average day to day injuries, and severe is going to be your very harsh day to day injuries. Notify injuries on minor league teams as well. If you're micromanaging your minor league rosters, you might want to select this button. It will essentially tell you for these injury settings, but also with your minor league teams as well as your major league teams, it will pull you out of autoplay when a player gets hurt. When a player is eligible to come off the injured list, essentially means that the moment that they are essentially healthy and their time on the injured list is passed, it will alert you, and then you will be able to pull them off of the injured list and then have them back on your team or send them on a rehab assignment if you desire. When you receive a personal message, is essentially like getting scouting updates or alerts from your owner or things along those lines. When you receive a trade proposal, is just what it sounds like. When another team offers you some kind of trade, it will drop you out of autoplay for that as well. Now up here on the right side, your role. So manager, general manager, or manager and general manager are available. This determines what you control as you play. Managers will only control essentially just lineup stuff and in-game management. General managers will exclusively control um, their roster moves and organizational structure and things along those lines. And then a manager and general manager will do both, combining those two roles. The cannot be fired button means that your owner cannot fire you. So the only way you will leave your job is if you manually quit it, which you can do with this button conveniently right up here at the top. If you want to play in commissioner mode, then you can select this button here. There's a lot of things that brings available to you. And this side on the bottom will determine what you will actually manually control. If there are certain things that you don't really care about, you could pass certain duties off to other people in your organization. So for example, let's say that we do not actually want to set our lineups and depth charts here. That's something I don't really care about. It can be whatever. I don't think lineup settings matter. I don't think it's worth my time. So I would come over here and set it to my bench coach, Luis Ureta. who will then control it for me, and I will no longer need to make any changes there myself. So you could do that with any of these options, where you can click the drop down menu and then select the person that you would rather have control it if you want to adjust anything along those lines. That's pretty much it. Now, let's say that we do want to quit our job here, or we're no longer hired. We are in an unemployed situation. So once it's done quitting here, we can go to the search jobs button at the top right here, and you could then select the team where you want to apply. Now, it's important to note that you will only be able to apply to teams with available jobs that want to hire you. In this case, it's everybody because I have commissioner mode on, or rather, I'm not in challenge mode, so I can take whatever job I want. But if you are in challenge mode, it's only going to be those certain teams. In this case, I'm just going to apply, and then I will immediately get my job back. It also tells you the salary and how many years you're getting from your contract on the right side there. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for challenger mode option, or manager options. So if you have any questions about this, be sure to reach out to myself or anyone else with OOTP developments, and we would be more than happy to help you out. I hope this was useful to you guys. I'll see you on the next one.